Hi everybody, it's Matrixity and Matrixity Muses. Welcome to my Matrix. I hope you're having a great day today. Today, I want to tell you about something which I started doing, I would say like maybe 4 years ago. And you may have heard of it. It's called oil pulling. Oil pulling. Have you heard of it before? It's actually a technique that is something that's going to benefit your health. And it's actually in the category of Ayurvedic. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Ayurvedic medicine, which is something that dates back to India as far as, 3,000 years. There's a whole series of Ayurvedic medical things you can do that are, to help your body. You can even eat that way. But this is something called oil pulling, which I discovered really makes me feel better when I do it. And I haven't really done it consistently, but I have done it pretty well enough off and on for the past 4 years so I can really tell a difference when it works. And basically, with oil pulling, you're basically putting just 1 tablespoon of sesame oil in your mouth, and you're swishing that around. And it has to be for 20 minutes for it to be effective. And it must be done on an empty stomach. So before you eat anything, it's best to do it as soon as you wake up in the morning to do your oil pulling. You're going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil in your mouth, and you're going to swish it around. And the technique, as far as why it's called oil pulling, is that you're actually swishing in such a way so that you're swishing the oil through every crook and cranny, every space, every, even between your teeth. Not to swallow, but just swishing your entire mouth with the oil. And sesame oil is what I use. And I first, heard about using it. It was always done with sesame oil. I hear now that some people are using coconut oil. Now, I've tried the coconut oil, and, I like coconut oil for cooking. That coconutty flavor for me is too much in the morning for 20 minutes. But the sesame oil, even though it tends to be more, I don't know, maybe the pungent is the right word, but it isn't so sweet. I don't know. It's not even, I don't know if sweet's the right word, but it's not as flavorful as the coconut oil to me. So the sesame oil works better. So 1 tablespoon of sesame oil as soon as you wake up on an empty stomach, 1 tablespoon in your mouth, swish it around for 20 minutes. Now, 20 minutes is a long time, and you're going to feel it. So when your jaws begin to get tired, slow down, because you might be swishing too fast. So slow down. It wants to be gentle swishing for 20 minutes, because 20 minutes is a long time. But what is happening in that 20 minutes is that the oil, the fatty solutions in the oil is actually grabbing on to bad bacteria in your mouth. And your mouth is really almost like a gateway to many things. You think about flossing. Flossing is going to be the key that's going to be beneficial to your long life as far as heart, eyes, things like that within your body. So the oil pulling is going to grab on to the bad bacteria, toxins that are in your body, and actually draws them out into the oil. It's going to latch into the bad things. So in that 20 minutes of swishing, the oil, that 1 tablespoon of oil in your mouth is actually going to change. It's going to become a little bit thinner because it's going to be mixing with your saliva. In addition, it's going to become cloudy. And what it's doing is, as it's pulling out the toxins in your body and the bacteria that's in your mouth, it actually is going to pull it into the oil. So after that 20 minutes, you're going to spit that out. Usually I spit mine into the toilet and flush it away because in that oil is all the toxins. So you don't want to swallow that oil. Do not swallow the oil. I spit out into the toilet and then flush it away because you will have pulled out all of those toxins, and you don't want to put that back into the body. And, some of the benefits, as far as doing the oil pulling, is that it actually relieves headaches, some people say. It actually helps with migraines. It actually helps with skin conditions. Now, supposedly, when you think about skin conditions, we're talking about things like acne, helping with other skin conditions like maybe eczema. And you have to really do these things long term to see some of the benefits that really, helps with things like that when you think about skin conditions. Some people claim that using the Ayurvedic medical things like oil pulling actually can cure some diseases. Some people say that it actually can cure diabetes. Now, I don't know about that, but it's supposed to help with diabetes. So long term, doing it every day, it does have many, many health benefits for the body. So I do that, I try to do that fairly often. You really have to put time in your schedule because 20 minutes is a long time just to be swishing when you think about getting ready in the course of the day. So you can't be running late when you want to do the oil pulling, or it's not going to work because if you're running late, you're going to be focusing on other things like just, frantically getting ready, frantically get your clothes together. So you want to make sure you have time to do that 20 minutes in the morning. So the other thing you really need to do is, the whole process is once you swish for the 20 minutes, spit it out, brush your teeth. It's recommended you actually have 2 toothbrushes. One you use after the oil pulling because you want to be sure that just that brush is used after oil pulling to brush away the germs. So you're going to brush your teeth with that brush. The other thing you want to do is you want to rinse your mouth as well. And you're supposed to rinse your mouth with either baking soda, a little bit of water, to swish away anything else that could be there. And then rebrush your teeth with the second toothbrush, which is used for regular brushing. So you're going to brush your teeth twice. And it's supposed to really leave your mouth sparkling. When you use the oil pulling process, it actually makes your teeth whiter over time. That is something that I have noticed. My teeth do become whiter when I do the oil pulling. The other thing I've heard is when you do the oil pulling, it actually helps with possible dental problems you might have, like if you have a cavity or, something like that. It actually helps with that as far as reducing pain, reducing sensitivity with the teeth. So oil pulling really does help in a big way with your body as far as dental issues you might have. It pulls toxins out of the body, so it's a big thing. Now, as far as the oil that I use, when I first started doing this several years ago, I had a oriental oil that I'd actually gotten from the Asian market. I haven't been to the Asian market in a while, so the oil that I use now is just from the grocery store. So this is what I use, and I'll show it to you. The name of it is called Simply Balanced. It's organic. It's an organic virgin sesame oil. So this is what I use. I do prefer the sesame oil. It's lighter. It does have that sesame flavor, but it's a good oil as opposed to the coconut oil. So this one, as far as, the good thing about this one, it's a product of Mexico. It's organic. It has a light aroma, and it's light. When you think about the actual oil, you can tell that it moves a lot in the bottle. Now, the original sesame oil that I was using from the Asian market, it was very thick. It was very thick. But of course, once you got it in your mouth and started rolling it around with the oil pulling, it loosened up. But it was a very thick oil, and it worked well too. But I do like this one because it is a lighter oil. It's organic. It says virgin sesame oil. I don't know about how it's a virgin sesame oil, but it is. But this one has no GMOs in it, and this is also, organic, as I said. So I love using this oil, and it works well. So I would recommend that you actually try the oil pulling. It does work. The benefits that I've experienced are whiter teeth. I do actually feel better when I do the oil pulling, just because I feel like everything's coming out of my body. Now, the other thing too, you will have a taste of sesame in your mouth for a part of the day, because the sesame oil, just like coconut oil, it does have that strong flavor, but you get used to it. It will be fine, as far as the day, but it eventually wears away. But I do recommend the oil pulling. It makes me feel better when I do it. I have sensitive teeth sometimes, so it does make that feel better too. And just kind of overall wellness, I feel better when I'm actually feeling like I'm doing something for my body, pulling toxins out of my body. So it's a great thing to do just as far as general health. So I do recommend the oil pulling. Give it a try. Let me know what you think about it. Have you ever tried it before? What are the benefits have you experienced, as far as oil pulling? Let me know. I want to hear about it. And if you've tried anything else, similar to that you think works well, let me know about that. I do want to hear about that also, because I'm willing to try, other things that you might recommend for me. And, the other thing too, please like and subscribe. I want to hear all about you as far as, things you might want to see me do on my channel. I do try to check out some of your channels too, so I'm trying to get into that as well. But anyway, that is it for oil pulling. Try it. It is one of the great things that I do for wellness and, self-health and trying to do me. You all have a great day, and I will talk with you all soon. See you later, alligator. Bye.